Types of Linux installations. Linux has various methods or ways by which one can install it depending upon the scenarios. So without much ado, let's see what are those scenarios. Various methods of installations. Why? Here is the answer. If we have a single system for installation, this is just like an individual computer or a desktop for home user, or for that matter a single node that is required for small office. Multiple systems need to be installed quickly. If Linux need to be installed on thousands of workstations in an organization that may be identical or with different vendor specific Linux installations for various departments, then such requirement arises. If customized installation is required, if multiple servers are required with the same set of software configurations or multiple nodes that are required for particular project with certain specific software requirement, then this can be used. Customized operating system testing without installation. If one need to test the hardware or software environment without actually installing it or making decisions whether to install or not, or to opt for any other hardware, then this option is the best option. Saving the internet bandwidth. If you have a network repository of installation files, then you don't need to connect to the internet for software installations and updates. And also, in case you have limited internet bandwidth due to the location constraints, then such installation can be very helpful. Saving the overall installation time. As the installation is network based and can be automated, hence manual intervention is not required, which helps to speed up the process. Unattended installation is required. If you have limited human resources or you want to make sure that no manual error should be involved, then unattended methods is the way for installation, which is the best way and is less prone to human errors. Various methods of installation. Let us see what are those methods. The first one being basic Linux installation. Here we just need a CD, DVD or a USB drive, and the process is generally straightforward and does not require much customization except and unless you require specific partitioning scheme. Everything is a guided process. Network based Linux installation. If you do not have a CD or DVD ROM drive attached to your computer, or you want to install numerous systems simultaneously, then it's a good option. We can even install specific distros or specific version of a distro according to the hardware configuration depending on the MAC address of the system. Yes, this is perfectly feasible. Linux Live CD customization. This option is good in case you want to just try out certain versions of distros on a particular hardware platform without actually installing it. Linux installable CD customization. This is helpful when you have installed and configured a system as per your requirement with certain set of applications pre-configured and other hardware and system settings done to suit your requirement. Then you want the same settings and configuration replicated to multiple systems. Creating bootable USB stick. It is helpful when you do not have a CD or a DVD ROM on the system, or you want a portable media to be moved between locations and want a handy installable. Basic Linux installation. We will have a look at various ways of Linux installation, but before we proceed with another ways of installations, it is very important to understand the basic way in which Linux operating system is installed specifically for the beginners. So let's begin. Let us see why we opt for the basic Linux installation. And the reasons are: no advanced knowledge is required. That means with very little knowledge, or even if you are aware of Windows based installations, one can opt for the Linux installation as well. No initial preparation is required, as Linux supports various and numerous hardware, and hence not much of initial preparation is required. It's user friendly. That means that even the beginner with little knowledge can install it, because Linux provides textual as well as graphical mode of installation, and hence it is extremely friendly. Step-by-step straightforward process. It provides such a linear process of installation that you cannot get lost in the midway. It gives you confidence during the installation even if you are a newbie. not dependent on external factors. With just a CD or a DVD, or for that matter with installable USB device, one can complete the installation process without internet connectivity, network connectivity, and even if you do not have any online accounts. Prerequisite for basic Linux installation. Irrespective of the distro that you are trying to install, following components are required. One is hardware, where you need a CD-ROM drive or a USB drive, and basic system with NIC card. This is an additional advantage if you want to update the system during the installation process itself. And on the software part, it requires Linux installable for the Linux installation process and Linux repository in case if you want to install additional applications or softwares. It could be on the CD DVD or on the internet.